Ham Marseille, Carl Darlow, and you're watching Newcastle Fans TV.
Hello Newcastle Fans TV. Hey, when you think we're celebrating promotion, Newcastle are going up the Premier League, and then bam, bad news comes out. What a surprise about the board. Right, so what's happened today? We're going to give you some facts. We'll speculate a little bit. I don't want to speculate too much because I don't want to get myself into bother either. So today what happened is roughly about 180 officers from HMRC went down to investigate West Ham, Newcastle. They went over the border to Marseille, and they even visited Chelsea, but we don't think the Chelsea one is as serious as the others. So what is meant to occur is that a suspected 5 million in income tax and national insurance has been fraud. So basically the HMRC have been quite thorough saying it is fraud, it's happened. Now you're probably looking at it and thinking, well, what links Marseille, Chelsea, West Ham and Newcastle? So we'll speculate a little bit here. Is transfer dealings, you would think, because Newcastle have obviously loaned Tauvin twice, with obviously Cabella going to Marseille as well. Chelsea, Batshuayi quite lately. Payet going from West Ham Marseille. There's numerous of things that may have went on, but they're clearly saying it's fraud. Computers were seized today at the ground at St James's Park. Mobiles and paperwork were taken. Lee Charney, we do have to stress, Lee Charney was reportedly arrested but released after on bail, suspecting of pending further investigation. He's also reportedly, I do have to stress again, that his home in Gosforth was also searched as well. No arrests were made down in West Ham, and obviously reports are saying over in France that 4 officials from Marseille are currently being investigated at the moment. What we're going to do first is run you through a statement which HMRC have released. So I'll put it on screen for you. So this is what they've basically turned around and said about the matter. So they've said 180 HMRC officers have been deployed across the UK and France today. Investigators have searched a number of premises in the northeast and southeast of London and arrested the men, and also seized business records, financial records, computers and mobile phones. The French authorities are assisting the UK investigation, have made arrests, and several locations have been searched in France. This criminal investigation sends a clear message that whoever you are, if you commit tax fraud, you can expect to face the consequences. As this is an ongoing investigation, HMRC are unable to provide any further details at this time. Quite strongly worded, that, isn't it? This is what Newcastle released. It's very, very brief from the club. I think Newcastle are just being very careful on what they're saying. Newcastle United I'll say that again. Newcastle United can confirm that a member of its staff has this morning been assisting HMRC with their inquiries. The club will be making no further comment at this time. So Newcastle being very short, quiet on that. What does this mean? A lot of you are worried. A lot of you have been getting in touch with me and Will over Facebook and Twitter saying, look, I'm worried what's going to happen. Well, it's very unlikely that it's going to be a points reduction. It's very unlikely. Will Newcastle not be allowed to go to the Premier League? That's extremely unlikely as well, that the club won't be promoted. So it's only in the rare circumstances that may occur. If found guilty, it's likely that the people involved will face a criminal investigation, records and so on. They'll probably have to, well, I would guess they'll have to pay the tax back, and possibly an even bigger further fine on top, and even potentially imprisonment. You never know. If the clubs are directly involved as well, what does that mean for the clubs? I would have thought it would be a heavy fine, maybe possibly the worst case scenario and transfer embargo, but that can only be the worst case scenario. If Lee Charney, if he is reportedly found guilty, in all honesty, he needs sacked, and that's my personal opinion. If he is found guilty, this is going to rumble on. It's not going to happen overnight, this story. This will probably go on for months on end, this investigation. It's not going to be a quick job, you know, but it's a bit of a bombshell, isn't it? An absolute bombshell that's happened today. See you later.